The Philippine pop culture and economy determines the factors that comprise Filipino ingenuity and originality. These factors are affectives, senses and feelings by Jude Dean, Body by Balsin Nerissa, Musica Space by Tadier Nifarte, Time by Jonathan Crary, Technology by Rafael Vicente, Globalization by Bienvenido Lumbera, and lastly, The Identities and Pop Culture by Rolando Tolentino. Now let's talk about affect, senses and feelings by Jude Dean. Jude Dean talks about affective network, wherein he considered the world of blogging as harmful and all of us are its victims. It is one way of capitalism. She also talks about the ease in communication through the use of social media like Twitter and Facebook. Next is the Balsin Nerissa. The Filipinas breast, savagery, docility, and the erotics of the American Empire. The savage breasts were the signs of conquest according to colonial documents. The bare brown bosoms of indigenous women were markers of savagery. Another is the Musica Space by Tadier Nifarte. Tadier proves the consequences of dominant Philippine imaginations by examining a broad range of phenomena which characterize the contemporary Philippine nation, including the mass migration, overseas of domestic workers, the prostitution economy, urban restructuring, the popular revolt, toppling the Marcos dictatorship, art, poetry, historiography, and film. Now let's proceed to Time by Jonathan Crary. Jonathan Crary, 24/7, Late Capitalism and the Ends of Sleep is a short, sharp polemic against dehumanizing of neoliberalism, the non-stop marketplace, and the concomitant demands for constant productivity and attentiveness. Crary writes, "There is a relentless incursion of the non-time of 24/7 into every aspect of social or personal life." The Technology by Rafael Vicente. The cell phone and the crowd, messianic politics in the contemporary Philippines. This essay explores the role of the cell phones and practice of texting within the context of the civilian backup. The use of these technologies becomes a great impact to transmit messages at a distance in their ability to possess that power, becomes a channel to hear the voiceless of the masses. Globalization by Bienvenido Lumbera. Their book Mula Torre Patungong Palengke, in a deeper sense, education influenced by neoliberalism, trying to inject in the mind of the students that education is mainly for self-interest, which is a globalized world. Identities and Pop Culture by Rolando Tolentino. Popular culture and pleasure middle class. Tolentino talks about the popular culture in a generated media. There is always a media and genre revealing the culture. He even stressed that sometimes one's personality can be identified not only by the kinds of friends we have, but also by popular culture commodities. That would be all for the lesson 10, the Philippine pop culture and experience economy. Thank you for watching.